What's good, fam? We are back at it with another video, another ArakoTV video. I did see that video with Andrew Wilson and Wes Watson. He made Wes Watson look like a damn fool. Only thing I'm gonna say is this, y'all. Stay true to yourself, and also, you don't have to have his amount of success in order to feel successful. They got people that's working 9 to 5 jobs, that's happy, that's content, that have a family that loves them to death, that have a wife that loves him to fucking death, that loves him down to his skid mark drawers. Uh, I'm sorry, but that was pretty funny though. If you're one of those folks, keep doing your thing, man. Keep doing your thing. You don't need a Phantom. You don't need a Ferrari. You don't need a Lamborghini to make you feel good. As long as you stay true to yourself, you could have a Toyota Camry and be happy with that. As long as you like, I'm getting to point A to point B, I'm good. I got money in the bank. I got a family that love me. I got a wife that loves me, that wants me around. Man, that's all that matters. That's really all that matters. And you're able to take care of your family. It's a lot of men that's doing 9 to 5 jobs that get their joy just because they can take care of their family. They got money in the bank. I salute y'all, brothers, to the fullest. I respect y'all more than these guys out here that's making you feel like because you got a 9 to 5 job you're worthless. That's a bunch of BS. Because what did they do before they get that worth? They was working 9 to 5 jobs, or they was doing something else. I'm not going to incriminate them. But he even said, I was at my lowest of my low. I've been at the lowest lows and the highest highs. So you know how it feels. So you know how it is. But since you up on your highest highs, you're going to look down on everybody that's not like you. Come on, man. But we're going to be reacting to this one. Andrew Wilson explains to Arako how he owned fake alpha male Wes Watson. And all this alpha male, sigma male, let's end this. It's either you're masculine or masculine man or a feminine woman. That's all it is.
So, diving in recently, you covered the Fresh and Fit fiasco, and this was the.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before they start, you can be a masculine man and still be nurturing. That balance is needed. Okay.
The in-person event, which happened in Miami with Wes Watson, it's gone viral all over the place. Interestingly enough, I think, and I wanted to kind of give you a take here and see what you thought about this because you covered it. And I thought you gave really good coverage on your channel, very level-headed. I think that what happened there is there was something for everybody. So for the people who really loathe like red pill content creators in the manosphere, you can use Wes Watson as basically the perfect caricature of everything about that sphere that people hate, right? Totally empty and vacant of anything that is, worth something that's non-material. All that matters is muscles and roids and, appearances, this type of thing. So I think the haters can make the perfect caricature. And then I think the red pillars themselves who watch it, they look at it and say, this is exactly what we don't want out there representing our message. And the manosphere people are saying the same thing. And then over on the kind of Christian side, or the men who embrace some form of spiritualism, which I think is probably the best path, see it as, a rejection of materialism kind of triggering the materialist worldview.
But that's a lot of that happens in a lot of stuff like this. Like in a whole lot of ways, of course. You got these guys that's telling you can be a masculine man, take care of your family. Of course, they gonna take that and switch it so much that it's like you. I know y'all played that game where somebody tell you something in your ear, and you gotta say that same thing down the line. Eventually, in the mix of that, it's gonna get. It's not gonna come out the other end the same way. That's how it is. Even with some of these women that dog, they call these women pick me's because they want to take care of their husband. They love their husband or boyfriend. Like, and because their boyfriend is taking care of them, they doing what they got to do. But yet, they got these women that like the toxicity. But yet, you don't like the pick me woman for some odd reason because she got her man. Like, come on, man.
So I think that there was something there for everyone. I think that that was kind of the perfect storm for all these different kind of internet groups to all then get together and have a take.
Yeah, I agree.
Matter of fact, I meant like they just follow this trend where they can just dog like just all men are this, all men are. We're like, no, they're not. All of them are not.
Someone said in my comments, I think you're right about the caricature. Someone said that he's watched too many Sigma edits, and it's kind of true. He kind of personified what people stereotype that red pill type of guy to be.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of the time it's the younger guys that get confused with this. They think that being a high value man is all about being like ripped and having a six pack, having a fast car, fighting everybody that gets in your way. And that's just not the way it is, in my opinion. I don't think that's what a high value man is at all.
That's what they even put in the alpha category. Like, you gotta be this dude all the time. You gotta fight everybody. Like, eventually you gonna get tired of fucking fighting.
Well, doesn't it have to start with emotional control?
That part?
100%.
Like, doesn't it have?
You think you'd have a bit of emotional control to get physically in shape and to, be financially stable. But I guess it was the injections that got them there quicker.
Yeah, well, I mean, the thing is, that's funny about it is, yeah, you would think that there would be a lot of discipline, which would be required to get the body shape like that. But the steroids also do provide a shortcut, right? They do provide a shortcut, and also they make you mentally unstable if you take them long term like that.
Well, no one ever talks about the side effects.
Yeah.
It's not all bad for certain men at certain ages, but it can make you more aggressive, more emotional. It can give you boobs. He was talking about boobs the whole time, but he might get boobs in 10 years. If he forgets his injections when he catches a flight, he'll get boobs and little balls as well. Do you know what I mean? So
yeah, well, don't those guys deflate once they stop taking the steroids? They deflate to about like half the size, and they age 5 years overnight, and they don't look great after
no,
the
it goes from one extreme to the other a lot of the time.
Yeah. That's just
wild. I think you did really good just to keep you calm, and you ended up basically playing him in his own game.
Yeah.
He was trying to mock you and roast you in front of that whole audience, and you ended up doing it to him.
Well, the thing is I've said this probably because I've been in so many debates over the last few years against everyone from top tier to just kind of randos. But once somebody loses their emotional control, you own them. Mm-hmm. They are 100%. now your property. You can do with them whatever you want because once you have found the triggerable button, all you have to do is push it, and there's essentially no defense against that. And I think that that's a huge weakness. So if I were to look at everything you can do for self-improvement as a man, and I get it, right? I got a beer gut. I drink too much. You know what I mean? I smoke too much. I get that. I can do to work a bit on my health. But I also think that you should start with the idea of being at least somewhat in control of your emotions.
Oh, yeah.
And what's interesting
100%.
about that is you can be somebody who allows emotion to come out and still be in control of it. Like there's a time, for instance, rhetorically, where kind of self-righteous indignation sounds really good, but it's controlled, right? You know what the message is that you're giving. You're not actually losing emotional control. So the opposition doesn't end up owning you. And if, as you found in your life, that that's important.
If you need to record anything over the internet, I cannot think of a more seamless way than
100%. When I was younger, I think the way I grew up, the way confrontation was dealt with was by getting physical or by trying to insult somebody. And you soon start, I think if you've got a brain, you soon start to realize that's not going to get you very far. Especially
I was taught that as well. Like, if anybody say anything crazy to you, you go upside their head. Or if anybody say such and such this or do such and such this, you need to go. But like, but they never really tell you how to, when it comes to that, like, de-escalate certain things. That some things that's even some things that's to the point, like, this the dumbest shit to be fighting over. Why am I fighting you over this stupid shit? You gotta have that in your mental too. You gotta, yeah. He's not lying. And a lot of them that do that do not live too much longer. They don't.
Especially as a man, there's consequences to these things. Like, if you're going to just get violent or start insulting people in all these types of situations, and you're probably going to go to jail.
Mm-hmm.
So,
oh, and I meant that too. They also might go to jail as well. I didn't mean to just say it like that, but yeah.
You're going to get
Which is exactly
problems.
where he went, right? That's exactly where he went.
Well, exactly. Yeah, that's where he was there for 10 years or something, wasn't he? So there you go.
I think when you get older, you realize that truly revenge is a dish best served cold. And you getting hot or something like this most often plays into the hand of whoever the opposition is. They end up controlling you. They take headspace up. They make you think about them, things like this. And ultimately, that's a lot of men's downfall. A lot of men's.
Exactly. And then also, like he's saying, say if you get into a confrontation with somebody, and it's not like no life or death situation, or they'll say something crazy to you, and you fight them, destroy them, you're going to jail for that. Some people start mess and testify against you, even though they started it first. You also have situations where you get so angry, you get so emotional where you completely annihilate them and you take their life by mistake. It could be so many situations like that. If it's not a life or death situation, do your best to walk away from it. Now, like I said, if you can't walk away from it and it's life or death, you got to do what you have to do. Or if they put their hands on you, hey, then that's yeah. But yeah, man, we got to teach our kids to like learn how to like walk away from certain things, man.
His downfall is becoming obsessed with conquering other men who aren't even thinking about him. They don't even care about their existence. So no matter how rich you get, no matter how much wealth you have, reminds me of the old movie, The Count of Monte Cristo. Did you ever see that movie?
No, I've never seen that, no.
Well, inside the movie, a peasant is imprisoned by a nobleman who was his best friend because he was always jealous that the peasant was happy with having nothing. And no matter how much the noble got, he never could fill whatever the void was, and he was always upset that the peasant had nothing and was happy. And
I think, I think that annoyed him that day, because the first question he asked you was, are you rich? Do you have money?
Yeah.
All right. Are you broke? Are you broke? And you said, yeah, I'm broke. I don't have anything. You just showed you didn't care about money. Your value doesn't come from money. And when he's probably thought to himself that I'm going to stop being a loser as soon as I get rich, as soon as I get a fast car, as soon as I have all these things. When someone just shuts you down and someone's even more self-assured than you are, when they don't have all the money and all the crap that you have, that can really fuck with your head. And I think that's what happened with him. It really fucked with him that you were just so confident about yourself.
He's used to people glorifying him for having that. He flash it, he get likes for it. Boom. That's all it is. That's really all it is. But it's like he get that glorification from it. Like like he said, if you on social media, more than likely, or if you don't even have to be, you could be driving the best Ferrari, 2024 Ferrari. You see somebody with a 2005 Ferrari. What you gonna want? You're gonna want that. You could be living in a nice house. You see this guy across the street in a bigger house. You're gonna want that house. It's gonna keep going. It's gonna keep going. And that void is gonna be just like a black hole. It's not gonna feel a damn thing.
And what your values were. You just spend all this time trying to be rich and trying to be this big boss. And you realize in that moment, I think, that that's not what it's all about. That's not what being a high value man or a boss is about.
What are the steps so this term gets thrown around a lot, as you know, and I think there's different interpretations of it. It's one of those things I think that's better felt than telt, right? Which is, what is a high value man? What does that mean, ultimately?
I mean, I think a high value man.
The world's definition has been twisted, stomped, shot, stabbed, hung up to dry, snatched back down, thrown in the trash, picked back out the trash, chewed on by raccoon. It got annihilated. But let's see what he talking about.
Is somebody that can take accountability, look after his family, not expect anything in return. So there's high value men that don't earn $2 million a year, but they still look after their families. They still don't expect anything in return. And they'll take the bullet for their families. I think that's what a real high value man is. Absolutely. I don't think money and materialism is what it's all about at all.
As an end in of itself, the pursuit of materialism always seems to lead people to bad ends. I don't think there's anything wrong with being rich. I don't think there's anything wrong with having a lot of wealth. I just think that using it as an end itself, that's the end of what it is that you're after, is pretty empty and vacant. If it's being used as a means for a greater end, like the taking care of the family, like the taking care of the people around you, like the taking care of your community, I think it can be a noble pursuit. Right. But being an end in and of itself, you will be happy with the Bugatti. You will be happy with the muscles. You will be happy with the perfect body. That's all vacant lies, isn't it?
Of course. It's like I said in that video, I think if you're lucky enough to get old...
Hi, we're Visible. Getting set to travel this summer and need a wireless plan that'll keep you connected on the go?
And you're sat there and you don't have your body, but you have all these materialistic things around you. I don't think that's going to be the thing that makes you happy. I think seeing...
You can't drive no more. You can't do a whole lot of stuff when you get that age.
Your grandchildren running around, your kids still there for you. I think that's what's going to make you happy.
What about the fact that your bloodline lives on? That cross-generationally, you know that you have clones of yourself. You have genetically lived on through the generations, and even if you're forgotten, your blood still exists. Isn't that really the highest value you could ever offer planet Earth?
Absolutely.
I agree. I think so. I think that's what we're meant to do. And I think if we can do that with somebody that has the same values as us, to help us bring the best children into the world possible, to make the world a little bit of a better place, then I think that's the best thing.
This comment, I screenshotted it from your channel. It was one of the best ones that I saw when I was scrolling through the comment section. This guy, his name is Killer Sushi. Killer Sushi, and he says, "This guy has me fired up. My father was a tradesman. The day he retired, he was making about $36,000 a year. He was married 56 years. He owned a home and a little beach house, 2 cars, and raised 3 children. Not a single day in my life did I ever think I was poor. My wealth was knowing every day my dad would be there. I had loving parents that gave me what I needed. Maybe not everything I dreamed of, but we got by fine. My dad drove an old Ford pickup truck and built race cars for fun. He didn't go to some dealership and spend millions of dollars to have a vehicle. I loved that old pickup truck. We went everywhere in that truck. The time in that truck with him was my wealth. To me, priceless. Everyone loved my dad not because of his net worth, but because everywhere he went, the world got a little bit better. I think that that's maybe the best definition.
Which just goes to show you can have all the money in the world, but if you're a dickhead, won't nobody care. You can have the least money in the world, but if you're a good person to people, if you're a good person to your family, to your wife, to people around you, you will always be remembered. That's like from certain things that I see that The Rock do. He got all the money in the fucking world, but he also helps a lot of people. From the social media, he's a great dude. He helps a lot. But you also got those folks that got all that money that don't be doing shit for folks. That's selfish and stuff like that. So it's like,
Or the best explanation of what a high value man is that,
I
yeah,
think it is, yeah.
I think it
I read
is.
the comment and I like that comment. You hit the nail on the head. You hit the nail on the head. I think when you're growing up as a kid, especially, you don't really care about how much money your parents have, do you? You care more about their presence, their values, how other people look at them, and how they treat others. Um, so having a Ferrari and all these things, yeah, it's cool. I'm not saying it's a bad thing, just like you said, but it's not the be all and end all, and it doesn't make you high value, in my opinion.
right.
Well, as pointed out, there was another channel who did a review of this, and a clip of it was sent over to me, and the guy made a really good point. He said, it's funny. Think about a 7-year-old girl, your daughter, in your home. How much money would she spend to make the monster in the closet go away? And only dad can make the monster in the closet go away. Would she rather have $1 million, or does she want the monster in the closet to go away? And I would say that that's a really good analogy. It's it's demonstrating what the value of a father is to a daughter, which is that the world is full of monsters, whether they're real or just perceived. And just having a masculine male around in a young girl's life is enough in and of itself to make most of the monsters disappear. How do you put a value on that?
Yeah, I think that's actually the main role of a man, is to basically, is for your family to look at you like the safety zone, the protector, the provider. So when your daughter, your wife is scared or having a problem, they look at you like, oh, everything's going to be all right. This guy's going to look after me. I think that's what a real man is and what a real high value man is.
Isn't it interesting too, that particular relationship between fathers and daughters, that seemingly when they have fucked everything up possible, when dad shows up, they just kind of melt, right? Everything's going to be okay. Dad's here, everything's going to get taken care of now. I can breathe out a sigh of relief, right? And isn't that the kind of man ultimately I think that men should strive to be?
Absolutely. And also to add to that, I feel like that's the example of a man that some women should be going after. Having a lot of money ain't gonna solve all your fucking problems. It's not. Cause he has all the money in the world, but he's still dealing with shit. I even seen. Oh, I know I'm taking it to a whole nother aspect, but yeah, we gonna just end it. We gonna talk about this video first before I get to that. This was a dope one, and I feel like a lot of fellas should be watching this video, because just because you got a 9 to 5, brother, and you taking care of your family, you are the true high value man. And even if you don't have a 9 to 5, you can have your own business. You could be doing your thing. I mean, you really out there doing your thing. You take care of your family. There's people that talk great about you because of who you are, what kind of a person you are. You're a genuine good dude. You know what I mean? You look out for folks. Like how he said, all of that what they said. You are the true high value man. My father, true high value man. I got homeboys. That's real high value men. Like a friend of mine, that's my brother, to be honest. Takes care of his two daughters. And he's been doing that. He was 15 when he had his first daughter. He did his motherfucking thing, man. Even though it was tough. It was tough, but he handled his motherfucking business. That's the true high value man. You know what I'm saying? Like those the men that I look up to. You know? Like motherfuckers can have all the money in the world, but if I'm not sacrificing my integrity, I'm not sacrificing my character, I'm not going to treat people any different, I'm going to stay true to myself, if anything. You know what I mean? That's you got to have those, stand on those morals and principles. Your kids will have way more memories with what you do with them as a father than you just throwing money at them. Me myself, I'm working on right now having more great memories with my son. He's about to be 12 this year. Like I play with him, I rough him up. We have funny talks together. We have serious talks together. You know, I tell him I love him every time I'm with him. Because most young boys don't even get that. Some fathers are just so tough. You can't even be calm, cool, collected, and nurturing around your son. This is the balance. Don't be this dude. You know? Like even with your daughter, you're gonna have to have that other side of balance to be like that with your daughter. You want them to feel secure. Even with your wife, you want her to feel secure and comfortable around you whenever she's around you. Now, y'all might get on each other's nerves off and on. It happens. But she loves you. She can be in her feminine state with you. She's happy. She's joyful. She's ecstatic when she comes home to see you. Some of us might think it's annoying, but hey, it can be annoying sometimes. But I'll be like, hey, that's my baby. You know? Like she always kissing on me, man. Every time I come in the house, whole time we loving it. We loving it. Every time I come in the house, she just jump on me, kiss her. Like, come on, nah. We like it. We definitely like it. But yeah, man, this is the true definition of a high value man. You can have $60 million and be a total dickhead. And that's what brings me to when it comes to the women. You want this so-called, well, y'all, I'm gonna say y'all version of a high value man, but y'all deal with him cheating on you, treating you like shit, and the whole nine, just because he got money. Y'all like these kind of guys. You know what I mean? But if you get a real one, that ain't gonna take your shit. That's gonna build you up and uplift you. Show you who you truly are. That's the one you should be with. And God, if you find a woman that has those same values as you, you hit the jackpot. But the funny thing, these women, that's some of these women that's talking shit, they call them pick-me's. Give me a pick-me any day. Any day. Because trust and believe, yes, I am the provider, the protector, and the whole nine in the house. But God, when she comes into that house, she's Mother Nature. You're God. But your goddess is Mother Nature. Y'all bring it together beautifully. That's how the whole thing works. You can bring her the house, but she can lighten it up. You can give the discipline to your kids and also the nurturing. But mama going spread that back. Man, y'all know what I'm talking about, man. But yeah, man, if y'all like this video, smash the like button for your boy. Comment down below, share the video, and subscribe to the channel. But also, thanks to Andrew Wilson, thanks to ArakoTV for this dope video. Go and subscribe to their channels. Go and follow them on all their platforms. Share them and also show some love over there as well, because this was a dope one. This was dope. Yeah, man, we out this piece. Peace, love, blessings. I'll see y'all in the next one. We out.